Hey everybody, Jim from Cigars. Today I am reviewing the EP Carrillo Pledge. And it's kind of a funny story. I had done a box opening some time ago of 10 Pledge cigars, and somebody saw that video and made a comment of I'd like to read the review on it. So I looked and I never reviewed it. So we are fixing that today. So as you're probably aware, the Pledge is one of a trio of cigars released by EP Carrillo. La Historia was the first one, Encore was the second, and of course the Pledge is the third. So since then they released the Allegiance as well. So I'm going to light this baby up, but before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about the makeup of it. It's very international. The wrapper is actually U.S. Connecticut broadleaf, and the binder is Ecuadorian, the filler is Nicaraguan, and it's rolled in the Dominican Republic. So it's all over the map in more ways than one. Anyway, I'm going to get this baby lit up and check back in a minute. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the band on the Pledge, which is the basic same design as the other three cigars in this line, except the other ones use different colors to differentiate them. But all of them have the same characteristic, and it's EP Carrillo sort of talking about his family lineage. There's his mother picking tobacco in Cuba, and on the other side, you have his daughter Lisette, who is now VP of marketing for the company, and kind of, I think, Miami, a big city environment. So I think that's a really cool design for a band. EP Carrillo himself, that's a fascinating story. He took over his father's cigar business. His father had a little brand called La Gloria Cubana, and it wasn't doing that great, but EP Carrillo caught it just at the time when cigars were really starting, in the 90s boom of cigars. And LGC, or La Gloria Cubana, became a very, very big boutique brand. It was really the first boutique, super popular boutique brand of cigars. They still exist today, although he sold it to, I believe, General Cigar. And then after a 10-year waiting period, can you say 10-year non-compete, he started his own cigar company again. So anyway, that's a little bit about the cigar. First impression, really a nice cigar, bold enough to be interesting, probably a 8.5 out of 10 for body. And the taste comes across as you'd expect from the color, pretty chocolatey and coffee-like with a woody sort of flavor. So I'm going to smoke this down a little bit more and give you a final report in a minute. And I am enjoying this EP Carrillo Pledge cigar. I'm curious, out of the 4 cigars in this series, which one is your favorite, or do you like any of them? I'm really curious to hear in the comments. Personally, I think this is a very, very good cigar. It's one of my favorites. Smoked a lot of them. This one struggled a little bit. It's pretty windy today, so I had to do a couple touch-ups on it. But other than that, it's been exemplary. Draw is always good on EP Carrillo cigars, and the flavor is just fantastic. He really seems to have a knack for putting together really good cigar blends. So I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. And I really recommend this cigar. If you haven't tried it yet, this is a good one to try. Pledge by EP Carrillo. I will see you next time.